We've set up camp for the first night here at the Wonder Rest camp spot in front of the Richmond Club. There are lovely views back over the hills. We've come out to the old cemetery opposite St Peter's Church and above Pew's Lagoon at Richmond to visit the grave of my convict relative William Aldridge. The plaque on the side of the grave is in memory of his father-in-law Edward Turley Smith, who was the father of William's wife Keziah. William arrived in Australia on the 16th of October 1791 on board the last of the Third Fleet ships, the Admiral Barrington. He married Keziah in May 1814 at Windsor, and they had 5 children. In May 1832, when he was only 60 years of age, he died. His youngest child, Mary, was only 2 years old. Keziah went on to marry a second time, marrying John Foley in 1833. Elizabeth Garbutt was William and Keziah's eldest daughter. She married John Garbutt after her first husband, Henry Blackman, died. Spent a lot of her time up at Kooyul near Mudgee. Keziah's sister Jemima married Thomas Redford. She's buried here in the Redford plot. Thomas and Jemima had a son called Henry Redford, who was a pretty well-known cattle duffer. And it's thought that John Deckett, in his novel Robbery Under Arms, based his character of Captain Starlight, in part, on Henry Redford's. We're driving up the Bells Line of Road to Lithgow and on to Bathurst now. How's that for a bowl of fruit? Pretty impressive. I'm standing out the front of my great-grandfather's house and my grandfather's house in the Vale of Clwyd in Lithgow. The white section on the left-hand side was an addition my Aunt Della put on when she was living there. This was taken in 1920 of my great-grandfather David Leake holding baby Della. My mother's the toddler and she's standing with her older sister May. Here's another shot of the house taken in the late 1930s of my grandfather, Auntie May beside him and his niece Jean standing on the steps in the background. And finally, late 1940s, I guess, me and my grandfather Arthur Leake. I took this photo of my kids, Tony, David, Jen and Deb, in the backyard in 1981. In the background you might notice the Lion and Tiger rocks, or that's what we called them when we were kids. Sable Street, or now called Hartley Valley Road. This back wall of the house has been replaced. It used to have a big brick chimney which served the huge coal burning ovens and fire that were in the kitchen. Where the bricks are, there used to be an old lime-washed laundry and toilet block in the olden days. This is what we used to call Monkey Rock when I was a kid. You could see it from my grandfather's porch. We've moved on to Bathurst now to visit Norm's first Austen relative to come to Australia. There are some interesting old buildings located around the courthouse area. The Boer War Memorial is in front, with the Carillion commemorating World War II behind. This is another view of the Carillion, which is opposite the Anglican Cathedral of All Saints. We're inside the new section of the All Saints Cathedral in Bathurst. We've crossed the Macquarie River now to Kelso to visit the Holy Trinity Church, which was the first inland church to be built in Australia. It was built in 1835. This is where Norm's convict ancestor Edward Austin, or Arnstein, is buried. As you can see on the inscription on the tombstone, Edward died in 1856. He was only 51 years old. We're on the road out to Sofala at the moment. This is a magnificent poplar driveway, isn't it? We've come to Sofala and we're going to do a drive-through, are we, and then have lunch?
Well, hopefully.
Old Oddfellows Hall. We might go here for lunch, eh? Tui Special. Magpie Antiques is closed. Wonder if they've got pub meals. Oh, licensed restaurant, getting better and better. Cafe and licensed restaurant, but I don't think it's open.
I don't expect it to be open.
It's Monday, it's closed. Here's Norm drinking soft drink in Sofala. This is inside the pub, or a little corner of it. That's the back of the old general store that's opposite the hotel. This is the Cargo Inn. And this is Cargo. My great-grandparents, Susanna and John Mobbs, lived here, and my grandmother, Susanna Jr., was born in Cargo. This is St John's Church at Cargo. We drove home via Canowindra. We like visiting this old place. We have great memories of time spent here.